Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Steady on.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was like, well, you're right, because So anyway, she made her choice, and it's worked out for her. But the funny thing is, she met a guy just like me. All right. Now me, I'll say it again. Everything that I give up has been replaced with better. Everything. Friends are now brothers. The pub is now the mosque. Yeah. My work from finance, I would have gone down with the finance, you know that. When all that subprime lending thing went down, I would have gone down with it. All them lenders were getting hits, Southern Pacific and Kensington Mortgages and all that. They were all my lenders. So my business would have gone down the Swanee if I still did it, because they were what I based it all on. Right? All this was PPI. We used to sell PPI left, right, and centre to everyone. All right,
it was all his fault.
That's it.
Owe me money.
Yeah. But now my business now is. I used to be selling Islamic goods, but now I just sell, scar, hijabs, and all that. That's my business, and it's my passion, and I love it. So that was replaced. My Sunday pub football replaced with Friday night 7 or 6-a-side football. Everything. My girlfriend replaced with a wife. Yeah, my daughters, alhamdulillah, I've got 2 daughters again now, who think I am the moon at night. You understand? There's nothing I regret in that sense, yeah? And it was all on a promise that I give up everything, I put myself in your hands, and subhanAllah, the promise is fulfilled. So I would say to anyone now, don't wait for a near-death experience. You know why? Because that could be a death experience. Yeah? That could be a death experience. And then you ain't got a chance to, should do this, that, the other, because it's too late, yeah? And I'll leave you with the beautiful teaching of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We're going to go eat anyway, yeah? You're going to come with us, yeah? All right. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said this: when you wake up in the morning, don't expect to go to sleep at night. When you go to sleep at night, don't expect to wake up in the morning. Live every day as if it's your last, because it could be. And when you go to the graveyards and you look at the ages on the tombstones, it ain't all 45-year-olds, 55-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 23-year-olds, 21-year-olds. How old are you?
34.
34-year-olds. Yeah? Die. Rich people die. Poor people die. Fat people, thin people. Everyone's going to die, man. But guess what? We all have this clock above us. Imagine like a Die Hard movie with the bombs ticking to 0. Everyone in this part now has a timer above them. And every breath you take and every beat of your heart is a second closer to that timer hitting 0. And once it does, it's all over. Now you might have 25, 30, 50 years left. You might have 3 weeks. You might have a day. We don't know. But guess what? It is going to hit 0. And the question needs to be asked, if you believe a creator exists, then what's going to happen after? Is this just it? The creator created everything, it? Tormented us, punished us, give us trials and tribulations for nothing? But then when you hear the messenger of this creator, no, that ain't the case, mate. This messenger says what? Don't be heedless. Don't think it's the end. What does Allah say? What does the creator say to the messenger in the Quran? We did not send you as a dictator over them, O Muhammad. Merely a warner. So all the Quran is a warning to you, Jordan, that this life is not it. And get ready. Inshallah. Jordan?
Thank you.
Take care.
One last thing I just had to add at the end.
Oh no, that's it. Come on, that was like a movie. C'est fini. Fini.
The reaction of people around you. We're told that Allah will question the person who stayed silent.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm going to hug you again, my brother. How is everything, man? It's been a long time.
What conversation going on here, bro?
I'm sorry.
I can't complain.
Yeah, how's your Islam going?
Oh yeah, very good, very good. I mean,
You come to eat with us?
Depending on what time. Hold down the bus, please.
They care about what people think, what they say, how will they perceive me. But Allah on that day will say to us, it was better for you to have feared me. And that's something to sort of
I think I was trying to get out of Hamza. Yeah, I didn't want to keep badgering about it. The question was, obviously, he said that he sort of accepted Islam,
Yes.
and then he had the near-death experience.
Yes.
So I was kind of wondering what held him back, and I was wondering
Yes.
possibly it's because of that, because
Yes.
he's worried about
So
it.
for a lot of
I mean,
people, it's
hindsight now, you can look back and everything's been replaced. It's good.
You know, my
At
wife
the time, it was very-
converted to Islam 3 years before I met her. She's a mashallah, very educated woman, European, you know. And I said, why did you, I was interested. I said, what made you convert to Islam? I said, did you read the Quran? And she said, no, I didn't read the Quran. She said, I just studied the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And I knew that this was none other than the Prophet that we had been foretold in our own scriptures, in the old scriptures, the Torah, in the Jewish scriptures. I recognized that this was the person that was spoken about. And so that was enough for her. She converted. Mashallah, she's read the Quran afterwards, but that was enough. But for different people, it will be different things. You know, so for one woman, she might see a Muslim man praying. She'll find that so beautiful that, how do I become Muslim? She'll accept Islam. But for somebody else, it's something else, you know?
And I think I'm probably quite lucky in the sense my sister wears a hijab, my sister is a Muslim, she's got a Turkish father, so my family's already had to accept it.
Yes, yes, yes. So the question now.
It's still a scary.
So the question. Hamza didn't ask you the question.
I was going to
Hamza didn't ask you the question. Hamza, where's Hamza? Brother, you missed the most important question at the end, which was that, mashallah, you know, the brother obviously accepts everything, right?
Yes.
So what now stops him from verbally accepting it and
why is that?
accepting Islam? That's what.
something does.
See, here's you got to understand, Jordan. Right? All you do when you take your shahada is bear witness to what you believe. That's all you're doing. Yeah, you're actually, but you know when you go to become a British citizen, yeah, it's a formality. You know, yeah, exactly, formality. Like for example, if you're living in England, yeah, you could live in England 50 years from another country, but until you go take your citizen oath, you're never a British citizen. Yeah, so it's not the length of. So basically, that's all shahada is. Yeah, and a flower don't go in a day, and like we said to you, and if you truly believe this, bear witness to that, and start your journey.
And trust in Allah after that.
Yeah, because what's going to change, honestly, really, in reality, nothing. You might start changing your habits. Obviously, the alcohol will probably go, because you think, you know what, my Creator has warned me against this. I'd be stupid to ignore my Creator. Just for example, yeah. But you don't have to go to your family. I'm a Muslim. Oh, there's so many cameras.
It doesn't help.
But I'm saying you don't have to declare it to the world. Yeah, it's between you and your Creator. Yeah. And mashallah, like I say, I always say to people, look, if you truly believe, if you believe those two propositions, forget winged horses. Yeah. If you believe those two propositions, that is what will make you a Muslim.
Yeah. And you understand my difficulty because it took a near-death experience for you to accept.
Of course.
But what I think my cost was a lot more than yours.
I agree.
What I was leaving behind was another level. And also, nobody spoke to me like I'm speaking to you. In that sense, yeah. I didn't. If someone spoke to me, an English person, I would honestly, if an English geezer like me told me that he was in my position that time and this happened to him, I probably wouldn't have waited. I probably wouldn't have waited for that near-death experience. Yeah. But because no one had that, had done that for me, I didn't have that, did I?
I've travelled here from Hertfordshire to see you today.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
So again, the question: what stops you from verbalizing what you already have in your heart?
I mean, do you want to leave here as a believer? And get on with your journey?
I would like to go home and ponder. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm going to be coming back.
Because here's what I always say. I
wanted to come today and just peer from the background, maybe see one of your
ain't gonna
planes
happen,
and then
mate.
run off.
Ain't gonna happen.
And Allah had something else in store for you.
I've got some literature for you anyway. Okay, but here's.
I feel like I don't know enough.
But here's what I'm going to say to you.
I'm not somebody that can just listen to somebody and take something.
Agreed.
Even though you're very, very.
No, reflect upon what's been said.
I have to take.
But what I was going to say to you is this: you see, if you believe those two propositions, yeah, I will say this to you: nothing you read, nothing you watch, nothing you hear is going to convince you of those two propositions because you're already convinced. Do you understand? So all you're going to do is delay yourself. Yeah. And what did I say to you? That's all Satan has left for you: procrastination.
reason why
delay you.
Repeatedly. Just to make a small point.
Yeah.
The reason they're asking you repeatedly is that the only difference that making the statement that you testified as only God, only Allah is worthy of worship and that Muhammad is his messenger, peace be upon him. The only difference it makes is these are the keys for paradise. So whatever happens from this point forward, whether you, and God forbid, you're on the way home and you have a near-death experience, or even a death experience, or whether you go home and your journey then has begun and it's a very long and slow journey where you sort of take... What you've done is this two-pronged attack from Satan, i.e. one is to delay you and the other thing is to put you in a position where you sort of start to get doubts about things that have already become clear, because that can happen as well when you reread things. A doubt that you didn't have before can suddenly come. So this is a two-pronged attack from Satan.
Yeah, because he's not just delaying you.
Absolutely.
He's going to mess around with what you've been told.
What you've been told.
I agree. And for me personally, and this is no disrespect, if I was to do something like a shahada, I wouldn't be doing it as an audience. I wouldn't be doing it.
That's why we're going to go eat. Anyway, let's go eat.
Restaurant is okay then.
Let's make that dessert.
It was a pleasure to meet you, brother.
You can eat with us.
Coming with us.
You coming with us, man?
Oh, he's coming with us. Come on then. Okay.
So what's your name? Jordan. Nice to meet you, Imran.
Okay. Let's go and eat then, Jordan.
6 o'clock, what's the time?
It's about